What's up chaps, I'm Magical Mike, and today I am with the Xavier, the Guild Wars buddy. Hello.
Hello.
Who is my resident expert on tower defense games, because we're going to be talking about the Toypocalypse, because I have no experience with tower defense at all.
Yeah, I loved Toypocalypse. It was lots of fun, and yeah, it's a tower defense game. It's a bit odd. It's a little like an RTS as well, but yeah, if you utilize the snow walls, it's a lot like a tower defense. Lots of fun.
Basically, your towers are in the form of scrap that you can find by destroying the area around, and then you build those wherever the hell you like. More about that later. But the thing you're protecting, your core, is in the middle of the Infinarium. In the inner circle there's 5 Dolyaks, and those can be killed by the waves of enemies, which come in the form of the toys that you've been killing throughout the previous dungeon instances. So there's 50 waves, and every 10 waves you have to fight Tox solo. It's only Tox, you don't have to fight it solo. There's 5 people in an instance, and that's it. You build defensive structures in the form of walls and snowmen that can slow stuff down, and you can build siege in the form of ballistas and catapults to kill the enemies.
I don't know what game you were playing, but I did not fight Tox with 4 other people. I fought Tox with 4 random pugs and/or alone.
That's a point. We should mention that this would have been way better if you could actually form your own team and go in there with that team. As is, you just get thrown in with 4 other random people of varying experience, and they may or may not be good. You just have to sort of pray that they know what they're doing. Most of the time, in my experience at least, they didn't.
Or you have to hope that you're thrown in at the starting of the instance and not when there's already 2 dead Dolyaks, Tox killing everything else, and no one else in the instant.
Mostly excellent, yeah. I had that happen once, but no other times than that. There's also script that you can hire as well, and mortars, but because they were so useless, I'm just going to gloss over that and just totally ignore the fact that you can do that. But the main idea is, you pick up a weapon. There's a candy cane hammer to smash stuff with, there's a pistol which you should ignore because it's terrible, and there's a rifle which is okay for just actually shooting things. But if you're stood there shooting things and you're not building stuff, you're doing it wrong. So you take the hammer, ideally, smash all the town, and the town drops scrap and snow.
Scrap and snow, yeah. Pick up that scrap, bring it to the outer circle, build yourself a little ballista, little catapult, spread them out on the outer circle, then upgrade them. Yeah.
Also the snow you can use to build walls, which is good for walling in the Dolyaks between the tubes that they're sort of next to. So it just forms another perimeter that the toy can't just run past and just attack the Dolyaks.
But it does require you to like jump into the inner circle every now and then and clear it out in case enemies have managed to weasel their way in, and if your defenses aren't perfect. But I really like the fact though with the snow that you can make little snowmen and build them up to mega size.
Mega snowmen. Snowmen that are mega in some way. I don't actually know what upgrading the snowmen really did for us. If it made them shoot faster or have a larger area of effects, I don't know.
I think it gave them more range, I'm not sure, but with the other ones it did give them more damage. It's the only way of healing them. Like if you have a snowman and he's half dead, when you bring him up to super snowman status, he gets his health back completely.
Which is also kind of a problem, because once they're at mega status, which is like level 3, is the maximum level, if they get hurt at all, you can't heal them up. That's it. If they die, they're dead, and you can't save them after that.
Yeah. But they're not meant to be permanent anyway.
I don't know. In other tower defense games, you would expect that sort of thing.
Yeah, because you wouldn't expect your towers to die in most tower defense games, you're right. In an RTS, you would. I mean, you see them as just the outer rim of your base.
So, the inner rim, being the Dolyaks, you can actually heal them if they've taken any sort of damage at all. At the end of some waves, hay will spawn, which most people will just pick up and go, ooh, a speed boost, and just run off with it. Don't do that. Go up to one of the Dolyaks and so-called greet it with just press F on it, or your use key, and it'll heal it up. Be a useful, resourceful player, don't just derp around. A bit of communication goes a long way, seriously guys. Because you get thrown in there with pugs, and it's a huge problem, so much so that ArenaNet have actually nerfed one of the achievements, one of them being to keep all 5 Dolyacs alive for all 50 waves of this thing. They've now nerfed it so you only need to keep 1 alive for the whole thing, which in my opinion is a poor fix for the poor implementation of not being able to have teams in there.
Yeah, no, definitely. Even with pugs would have worked if you're thrown only at the start of an instance with 4 other players and everything's fine. But yeah, the first 5-6 times I tried it, I always got thrown in after a Dolyak was already killed, because I guess players, the second one of the Dolyaks died, said achievement unattainable, and then just laughed, and that really ruins it for anybody else trying to get into that instance.
So as I said, every 10 waves, Tox will spawn, and only Tox, and she'll have some of the abilities that you've seen in the previous dungeon sets. So she will destroy most siege and any defences that you've built very, very quickly. So my strategy, at least, was to just bring her across to a completely out-of-the-way area and just fight her with regular weapons like that. The Candy Cane Hammer was a really good way of just crowd controlling her for a while. And aside from that, just keep her away from your structures. I don't know what your teams did.
Good catapult placement is really important. If you've got some catapults around where she spawns, or up on the hill, anywhere that are like up to mega, yeah, you just kite her around a little bit, CC her every now and then, and she's just going to get wailed on by those catapults and ballistas. Let the siege equipment do exactly what it's supposed to do and take her down.
But you have to be careful about that. One of my tactics while I was kiting her around was to get the rest of my team to build up more stuff, except that there seems to be a limit on the map to how much stuff you can actually have built at any one time. So don't waste your time kiting her for 10 minutes, just do an adequate job and make sure everyone thinks they're ready for the next wave, and then go ahead.
Yeah, sounds like a good strategy. Take the rifle, go... Oh, and also regenerate yourself on the main toy structure. When you go to the center, you heal up. That's where you get your regeneration, because it's the only place to fucking heal. So you go there, grab a rifle and just poke at her from a distance for a while until your health's back up.
Yep. If you die, the respawn, at least the first respawn's 30 seconds, and it goes way past a minute if you die constantly. Because at one point I did.
Bad teams, bad teams.
Bad play, man. So overall, I think Wintersday went down quite well. It definitely stacks up against Halloween as fighting for that top spot of best holiday event so far. Granted, there's only been 2 in the Karka event, which we won't talk about the Karka event because holy goddamn, that was not good. Too many problems with that one. But at least with this one, you get a whole 2 weeks from now to repeat any of the stuff that you might have missed in Lion's Arch, which is nice of them.
So Mike, did you get any good presents during Wintersday?
Oh man, I got so many crappy woolly hats, socks and jumpers that I'll be sorted for the next 10 years.
You're gonna wear it all like a big pseudo armor? It's like 60 fucking layers of the thing?
Actually, that's funny you should say that. I wish you could, because I think that armor set would be hilarious looking, and I'd love to be a big, snuggly char. Sort of, maybe. Maybe not. No, that's not right. That's definitely not right.
Sword.
Oh, with a wooden sword skin and everything like that.
Yeah, I saw you rocking that staff in one of the Infinarium videos. You had the toy staff, didn't you?
Oh, that was in the snowball fight. So that's just what you get given.
Oh yeah, okay. You can have that skin though.
I could do, but I don't really care for it. Other people might, and if you do, then I hope you have good luck in getting it, because it actually isn't that hard. You can just go to the merchant and buy it. But I hope you get what you want, and I hope you have fun with the Wintersday stuff. and in real life too. So from us at me and my channel, and him and his channel, we will see you later. Right?
Sure, I'll see you guys later.
I'm keeping that in. That was awkward enough to be good.